Good afternoon and welcome to Webinar Wednesdays with IPDE. Today's webinar is titled Using Labor Market Data Tools to Educate Students on Career Opportunities, Part 1. And my name is Alexander Ramirez. I'll be your presenter for this afternoon. And today's presentation is really important because it gives a little bit of insight into how to use the Bureau of Labor Statistics Occupational Outlook Handbook. Now you can help that to help your students make informed decisions about their future. Before we get started, I want to cover some quick housekeeping. If you have a question during the presentation, please type it into the Q&A option. At the end of the presentation, I'll have some time set aside to answer any questions that you all might have. And throughout the presentation, attendee microphones will be muted and you will be in listen-only mode. The presentation will be recorded and will be archived and available on the IPDE website within 48 hours. So our agenda today is to delve into the Bureau of Labor Statistics Occupational Outlook Handbook. Our main objective is going to be to familiarize yourselves with the navigation of the BLS Occupational Outlook website. This resource is a key tool for labor market information. By the end of our session, you will have an understanding of how to use this essential website to gather the most pertinent information on labor market tools and trends in the industry and different work environments. We also aim to enhance your ability to navigate individual career profiles and communicate this valuable information with students and stakeholders. But it's not just about understanding the Occupational Outlook Handbook. It's also about how sharing this knowledge with students can be meaningful in their career planning. To add a practical dimension to this session, we'll also be demonstrating some in-class activities, which are centered around the Occupational Outlook Handbook. And these activities have been designed to assist teachers in facilitating career planning during class hours. You will see how these activities can transform theoretical knowledge into practical skills and allow students the opportunity to explore various different careers that are available to them. So without further ado, let's dive into the world of the Bureau of Labor Statistics Occupational Outlook Handbook and explore the potential that it holds for shaping the career trajectories of our students. The United States Bureau of Labor Statistics is a federal agency within the United States Department of Labor, which functions as a principal fact-finding body for the federal government in a broad field of labor economics and statistics. Established in 1884, the BLS is one of the oldest statistical agencies in the United States and is responsible for collecting, analyzing, and disseminating essential economic information to support public and private decision-making. The agency is committed to ensuring a high level of accuracy, objectivity, and relevance in the data that it produces, which plays a crucial role in shaping economic policies and informing the public about the nation's labor market. The Bureau of Labor Statistics, or BLS, is organized into several divisions, each focusing on a specific aspect of the labor market. Some of these divisions include the Office of Employment and Unemployment Statistics, the Office of Prices and Living Conditions, Office of Compensation and Working Conditions, and the Office of Productivity and Technology. These divisions work together to gather data on various aspects of labor market, such as employment and unemployment wages, productivity, and occupational safety and health. The data collected by the Bureau of Labor Statistics is used by government agencies, businesses, labor organizations, and individual citizens to better understand the economic climate and assess economic trends. One of the BLS's most notable functions is the production of critical economic indicators, such as the Consumer Price Index, the Producer Price Index, Employment Cost Index, and of course, the famous unemployment rate. These indicators are essential tools that policymakers, economists, and businesses use to assess the health of an economy and to make decisions about monetary policy, fiscal policy, and employment practices. Furthermore, the BLS is responsible for conducting surveys such as the Current Population Survey, or the CPS, which is a primary source of labor force statistics for the entire United States. In addition to providing valuable data on the current state of the labor market, the BLS also offers projections on the future of the United States workforce. The Employment Projections Program, for instance, delivers 10-year forecasts on labor force trends, industrial employment, and occupational employment. These projections are used by a wide array of stakeholders, including students, educators, career counselors, and policymakers, to make educated decisions about education, training, and workforce development. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics plays a vital role in providing comprehensive, accurate, and timely data about the nation's labor market. One of its most valuable resources is the Occupational Outlook Handbook. This comprehensive guide provides detailed information about hundreds of occupations, such as educational requirements, work environment, salary, and job outlook. The Occupational Outlook Handbook serves as an essential tool for those seeking to make informed career decisions, plan for the future, or gain insights into the ever-changing world of work. The BLS Occupational Outlook Handbook is a comprehensive and authoritative resource that provides in-depth information on hundreds of occupations in the United States. It has been in effect a valuable tool for counselors for over 70 years. Its primary purpose is to guide individuals in making well-informed decisions about their careers by providing detailed data on the nature of work, employment trends, education, and training requirements, while also indicating what potential earnings for various occupations might be. The Occupational Outlook Handbook is updated biannually to ensure that it remains a reliable source of current labor market information. Each edition includes updated data on occupational growth, median pay, work environment, and necessary skills for a wide range of professions. The BLS gathers this information through various methods, including surveys of employers, workers, and industry experts, as well as analyzing occupational and economic trends. This data-driven approach allows the Occupational Outlook Handbook to provide accurate projections for the future job market, providing an invaluable tool for students that are planning their future careers. A notable characteristic of the Occupational Outlook Handbook is its organizational system, which categorizes occupations into 23 primary groups, which are based on the nature of work and skills needed. This arrangement enables users to conveniently navigate the wealth of information available and locate the specific occupation that they are interested in. Each occupational profile in the Occupational Outlook Handbook delivers a comprehensive analysis of the job's responsibilities, work environment, educational prerequisites, necessary skills, and certifications, as well as anticipated growth rate and other essential data points. In addition to the extensive data on individual occupations, the Occupational Outlook Handbook also provides a broader perspective on the labor market. This includes information on the fastest growing occupations, sectors with the highest projected employment growth, and the industries that are expected to experience the most significant decline. These insights can be invaluable to students looking to identify areas of opportunity and job security in a continuously evolving job market. The handbook is a versatile tool that serves a wide range of purposes. For job seekers and students, it can help identify suitable occupations based on their skills, their interests, and education, while offering valuable insights into potential earnings and job prospects. For educators, it can provide significant information on various careers that help facilitate decision-making regarding educational pathways and curriculum. Employers can use the handbook to identify emerging trends and skill gaps in the labor market, which can be used to inform workforce development and later implemented through training strategies. The Occupational Outlook Handbook, created by the BLS, is an invaluable asset for anyone aiming to comprehend the intricacies of the labor market. By constantly staying up to date with the latest labor market information, the handbook continues to be the vital guide for a diverse range of students, from job seekers to employers, educators, and policymakers. The handbook also offers comprehensive information on a vast range of occupations. As educators guiding adult students through their career exploration and decision-making process, it's crucial to familiarize yourselves with this indispensable tool. The handbook enables students to research these various career paths and understand educational requirements, assessing job prospects, and gaining insights into earning potential, ultimately empowering students to make informed decisions about their future. This section of the handbook aims to provide adult student educators with a clear understanding of the handbook's homepage features and functionalities, ensuring seamless navigation for both students and educators as they explore potential careers. By outlining the various methods to access and filter occupation data, such as the occupation group search, occupation finder, and the A to Z index search, educators can effectively support students in utilizing this resource to its fullest potential. Additionally, today's webinar will highlight essential tools such as the glossary and the question mark feature, which aid students and educators in comprehending the terminology and information that they will encounter during their research. The Occupational Outlook Handbook offers a suite of key navigating features, which are designed to assist students and teachers in exploring potential careers. Among these, the occupation group search clusters related to occupations together, facilitating the retrieval of job overviews, education requirements, and median salaries. The Occupation Finder, a search tool located at the homepage's top page, enables users to filter occupations based on certain criteria, such as entry-level education, on-the-job training, projected job growth, and median pay, thereby streamlining the search process. For more specific inquiries, the Occupational Outlook Handbook provides a search box for direct access to designed occupational profiles. An A to Z index search is also available, allowing users to locate occupations alphabetically. Another feature, the Browse Occupations feature, directs users to pages focusing on the highest paying occupations, the fastest growing occupations, the occupations with numerous current job opportunities, and occupations that are sorted by academic field of degree. The Occupational Outlook Handbook also spotlights a different occupation during each visit via the featured occupation, offering users an opportunity to explore new career possibilities. To help users understand the terminology used, the Handbook Glossary provides definitions of common terms used in occupational profiles, economic concepts, and the handbook-specific terms. Finally, the question mark feature next to specific terms in the occupational profiles will direct users to definitions or information about a section, ensuring a comprehensive understanding of the career information that's presented. The Occupational Outlook Handbook simplifies the process of researching different jobs by organizing related occupations into clusters or groups. This effective systemization of job categories allows individuals to explore broad areas of interest, making the search for pertinent career information more efficient and less overwhelming. When you visit the Handbook website, you'll notice an option to browse occupational groups on the left side of the homepage. This navigation panel contains a list of diverse occupational groups, such as healthcare, business, or technology, among others. Each group represents a set of jobs that share common traits or skills, which is particularly useful for those who have a general idea of the career field that they're interested in, but maybe might not know the specific job title that they're aiming for. Upon selecting a desired occupational group, users are redirected to a page containing an array of similar occupations. This page is a treasure trove of information, detailing job overviews, entry-level education requirements, and median salaries for occupations listed. Job overviews provide a brief yet comprehensive description of what the job entails, giving the reader a sense of the duties, responsibilities, and potential work environment. Entry-level education requirements give an indication of the minimum educational background which are required to enter that profession, which could range from a high school diploma to a doctoral degree. Median salary data provides realistic expectations of potential earnings in the field. To enhance the user experience and facilitate comparison, the handbook also provides sorting options. At the top of each column, entry-level education and median pay, users will find arrows. By clicking these small arrows, students can sort the list of jobs in an ascending or descending order based on their chosen criteria. This feature is particularly helpful when students are comparing occupations and need to prioritize jobs based on their educational plans or salary expectations. The Occupation Finder is an innovative feature located prominently near the top of the homepage on the Occupational Outlook website. It is a powerful and flexible search tool that greatly assists students, educators, and job seekers in their quest for occupation-related information. The core strength of the Finder lies in its ability to filter and deliver search results based on these specific criteria. Users can adjust their search according to different parameters, such as entry-level education, on-the-job training, projected job growth, and median pay. These filters can be applied either individually or in combination, depending on the user's needs and career goals, offering an unprecedented level of customization in the job search process. The entry-level education filter is particularly useful for those who want to explore jobs that align with their educational qualifications. Whether someone has a high school diploma, an associate's degree, or a career certificate, they can tailor their search to only include jobs that typically require that level of education. The on-the-job training filter allows users to identify occupations that provide hands-on training opportunities, a feature which is valued is in learning practical work-based context. This feature is also beneficial for those considering jobs that require specific training beyond the formal education. The projected job growth filter is a tool for those interested in job security and future prospects. By applying this filter, users can prioritize jobs that are expected to have higher growth rates over the next decade, providing a glimpse into the future job market. The median pay filter is an important factor for many when considering potential careers. This tool allows users to find jobs within a specific wage range, giving a practical perspective on potential earnings in different fields. For instance, if a student is seeking occupations that typically require a bachelor's degree and exhibit above average growth, they can select these criteria from the drop-down menus and filter their results accordingly. This helps to narrow down the vast array of job options to more manageable lists that directly align with their specific requirements, thereby making the search more targeted, efficient, and more successful. The Occupational Outlook Handbook also provides a straightforward way to direct search, known as the Search Handbox box. specifically designed for those who already have a specific occupation in mind. This feature is located at the top right corner of the homepage, making it easy to locate and use. Students, educators, or any users who know the job title they're interested in can utilize this search box for quick access to relevant information. They simply need to enter the job title into the search handbook box and hit enter or click on the search icon. Within moments, the handbook will present the corresponding occupational profile for their search query among all the search results. These occupational profiles are comprehensive resources that contain all the information about each selected career. In addition to offering general information about the occupation, the profiles include the links, related occupation, or career fields, providing the user with a broad understanding of the career landscape related to that individual career. The next feature we'll be covering is the A to Z index search, which is a feature that offers an alternative method for locating specific occupations. This tool, particularly useful for students and educators, organizes all listed occupations in alphabetical order, allowing for an easy and efficient search based on the initial letter of the job title. For instance, if users are interested in finding information about accountants, they would begin by clicking the letter A in the A to Z index. This will take them to a section of the index where all occupations starting with the letter A are listed. They can then locate in alphabetical order and click on accountants within the list. Upon selecting accountants, users will be directed to the occupational profile for accountants and auditors. These are the profiles which serve the comprehensive information on each career pathway. The job overview feature gives users a clear understanding of what occupation typically involves, including key responsibilities and tasks. The entry-level education section outlines typical educational background required for entry into the professional, while the job outlook provides information on expected growth or decline of job opportunities in the field. All of this information can be found in the occupational profile. The Outlook Handbook also offers an additional feature known as Browse Occupations, which provides users with quick access to 4 distinct pages, each focusing on unique aspects of various jobs. This feature is represented by a set of buttons, each leading to a specific page, which provide different insights into specific occupational characteristics. The highest paying occupations page lists occupations that offer the highest median pay. It is a useful resource for students who place a high priority on potential earnings in their career choices. They can explore this list to identify high-paying careers which align with their skills, interests, and educational background. The fastest growing occupations page showcases the occupations which are expected to have the fastest job growth over the next decade. It is particularly valuable for students interested in entering fields with a strong future job prospect. By exploring this list, they can identify careers that are likely to have a very high demand for new workers in the coming years. The next page is the occupations with most job opportunities. This page lists occupations that currently have the most job openings. It can be a useful resource for students who are interested in entering the job market soon and are looking for fields with a high number of available positions currently. And the final page is the occupations sorted by the field of degree. This page presents occupations sorted by academic field of degree, typically required or preferred. It is a valuable tool for students that have a particular academic interest or who have already chosen a field of study. They can explore the list to identify careers that align with their academic preparation and interests. By exploring these pages, students can gain a broader understanding of the job market and make more informed decisions about their future and career paths. They can identify occupations that align with their priorities, whether those are high earnings, job growth, current job opportunities, or alignment with a specific field of study. This way, the Browse Occupations feature not only facilitates exploration of the career options, but also helps students to identify careers that meet their unique needs and aspirations. The featured occupation is a dynamic tool available on the Outlook Handbook homepage, which highlights a different occupation each time a student or teacher visits the website. This feature is particularly beneficial for students and teachers who are open to exploring a wide range of career possibilities. The main goal of the featured occupation is to introduce users to professions that they may not have previously considered. Each time that users visit the Occupational Outlook Handbook homepage, they are presented with a unique occupation that is automatically selected and displayed. The feature encourages users to learn and consider a diverse array of careers. When an occupation is featured, users can access the comprehensive occupational profile directly from the homepage. These profiles provide all the details about the job. Moreover, the featured occupation tool can play a significant role in career planning. By regularly visiting the Occupational Outlook homepage and exploring highlighted occupations, students and educators can discover and learn about new careers, expanding their knowledge base and potentially influencing career or academic planning. The Occupational Outlook Handbook Glossary is another beneficial tool which is designed to help users understand the terminology which is frequently used in occupational profiles and their related resources. This tool is especially crucial for students and educators who are researching potential careers, as comprehension of these terms directly impacts their understanding of the information provided in the career profiles. The Occupational Outlook Handbook Glossary encompasses a wide range of terms that are commonly used in the field of career and labor market information. These terms are grouped into three main categories. General economic concepts. This category includes fundamental terms related to economics and the job market, such as seasonal employment, which refers to jobs that are not year-round and are typically linked to a particular season, and the words labor force, which refer to all people who are either working or actively seeking work. Definitions of Bureau of Labor Statistics resources is the next category. And this category includes terms that are related to data sources and methods used by the BLS, such as various surveys which they conduct to gather labor market data and the classification systems which they use to organize occupations and industries. The final category is the Occupational Outlook specific terms. This category includes terms that are specifically used in the handbook. For instance, terms related to education and training categories are explained, such as the terminology for entry-level education, which refers to the typical level of education that most workers need in order to enter a certain occupation, or the term on-the-job training, which refers to training a worker might need after starting a job in order to perform their duties effectively. By referring to the glossary, students can ensure that they have a clear understanding of all the terms that are used in the career profiles. This can enhance their comprehension of the information provided in the profiles, aiding them in making their informed decision about their future career paths. The handbook also has incorporated an intuitive feature represented by a question mark symbol, which is located next to certain terms within occupational profiles. This feature serves as an interactive aid designed to enhance users' understanding of specific terms and concepts. For instance, where a term within an occupational profile is accompanied by a question mark, users can simply click on this symbol to access more information. This could include definitions of specific terms, explanations of key concepts, or further information about a particular section. By offering immediate access to this additional context and clarification, the handbook helps ensure that all users, students, and teachers fully grasp the details they are reading. This feature is particularly valuable for students and educators as they navigate the handbook and research new potential careers. Navigating the world of occupational profiles can be a daunting task, especially for individuals that are seeking information for the first time on various career paths. To simplify this process, the Occupational Outlook Handbook has organized each career profile into 9 distinct tabs or pages, providing comprehensive and detailed information about the various aspects of each occupation. The Occupational Outlook Handbook's carefully structured approach presents critical information on various topics, such as job duties, educational requirements, industry-specific wages, and employment projections, all of which contribute to a better understanding of each occupation. Moreover, the handbook includes resources for state and area-specific data, as well as insights on similar occupations, providing users with a holistic view of the occupation landscape. Each occupational profile within the Occupational Outlook Handbook consists of these 9 distinct sections or pages. So let's take a look at what they consist of. The first section is a summary. The handbook offers a comprehensive occupational profile summary, which serves as an introductory overview for each occupation. This section features a quick facts table, which is a handy resource that compiles crucial information about the occupation into a single, easy-to-read format. The details that are provided in this table typically include the median pay, which represents the wage at which half the workers in the occupation earned more than that amount and half earned less. It also includes entry-level education, which indicates a typical level of education that most workers need to enter the occupation. It can range from less than a high school diploma to a doctoral degree or specialized training. It also includes work experience in the related occupation, which, if applicable, provides information about the prior work experience that is typically required for the occupation. It can help users understand the potential career pathways that might lead to the occupation. It also provides information on on-the-job training, which refers to the training a worker might need after starting a job in order to perform their duties actively. The next point is the number of jobs in the base year. This figure gives the total number of jobs that existed in the occupation in the current year of its projections. Next is the job outlook, which provides an estimate of the growth rate for the occupation over the next decade relative to other occupations. It can help users understand the future demand for this specific job. And the final information is the employment change. This really important figure shows the projected numeric change in employment over the next decade. It provides a measure of the new job opportunities that are expected to be created for that specific occupation. In addition to the quick facts table, some occupational profiles in the summary section also include career videos that are produced by Career One Stop. These videos offer a visual and concise overview of the occupation, providing a real-world glimpse into the work environment and typical tasks associated with the job. The next section we'll be covering is the What They Do section, which is designed to give users a detailed understanding of the occupation by outlining its fundamental aspects. Firstly, this section provides a clear definition of the occupation. It describes the main roles and responsibilities that are associated with the job, helping users understand what workers in that position typically do on a day-to-day basis. This could include a broad range of tasks, depending on the occupation. For example, for a teacher, it might involve lesson planning and instruction, while for a software developer, it might involve designing and testing computer programs. Additionally, The What They Do section often covers various specialties within the occupation. Many occupations have subfields or specialties that involve specific areas of expertise or focus on particular industries or types of work. The next section in the occupational profile is the work environment section, which provides crucial information about the context in which the occupation is typically performed. This section helps users to gain a holistic understanding of what it might be like to work in this particular profession. Let's take a look at the key elements that are covered in the work environment section. The first are the number of jobs in the base year. We've covered this information earlier. It's a figure that gives an idea of the scale of the occupation, showing how many people were employed in the profession in the base year of the projections, or current year. Next is the work settings. This provides an overview of a typical location or environment where the occupation is performed. For instance, it could be an office, hospital, construction site, or even a remote work setting. The next section is the potential hazards. If it's relevant to this occupation, this section will identify any potential risks or hazards that may be associated with the job, such as exposure to harmful materials, high-risk activities, or physically demanding tasks. The following section is the physical, emotional, or mental demand section. This part details any notable physical, emotional, or mental demands of the job. This could include factors like the need for physical strength or stamina, emotional resilience required for dealing with challenging situations, or mental agility needed for complex problem solving. The following section is the employment across the largest industries. This important information gives users an idea of the industries that employ the most workers in this occupation, providing insight into where job opportunities might be concentrated. The following section is the work schedule section, which includes details on typical working hours for the profession, whether it involves part-time or full-time work, and whether it requires night shifts, weekend work, or irregular hours. The next section is the hours worked, which is a small subsection providing information about the average number of hours worked per week or per month as applicable. The next section is the seasonality of work, which, if relevant, describes whether the work is consistent year-round or if there are busy and slow periods throughout the year for this specific occupation. And the final section is the injuries and illnesses section. If applicable, this section will provide information on common job-related injuries or illnesses, offering an understanding of the health risks associated with this particular occupation. The next section of the occupational profile is the How to Become One section, which provides essential information about the qualifications and experiences that are typically required to enter this given profession. Key elements covered in the How to Become One section include the entry-level education requirements, which provide information about the typical level of education that most workers need to enter this job, important qualities, which lists the skills, abilities, personal attributes, or qualities that are beneficial or necessary for performing the job effectively. These might include communication skills, problem-solving abilities, physical stamina, or creativity, among others. The next section is the on-the-job training, which indicates any additional training that a worker might need after starting the job to perform their duties effectively. This is followed by the licensures, certifications, and registration section, which provides information about any needed occupational licenses or professional certifications. Many occupations require workers to be licensed or certified by a state or professional organization. You'll find all that information in this section. Work experience in a related occupation. If relevant, this details any prior work experience that is typically required for the occupation. This can help users understand potential career pathways which lead to the occupation. The next section is the Other Experiences section, which may not be present for all occupations, but when applicable, provides information about any additional experiences that might be beneficial for entering the occupation as a transitioning student or as a new occupation. This could include internships, volunteer work, or relevant extracurricular activities. The final section is the advancement opportunities section. If relevant, this outlines potential pathways for this occupation's progression within the career. This can help users understand the long-term growth and development opportunities in the field. The next section, the occupational profile, is the pay section. Key elements that are covered in the pay section include the mean or annual hourly wages, the top and bottom 10% of wages earned, which gives information on the sense of the range of earnings in each occupation. This shows what the highest earning and lowest earning 10% of workers make, and can be essential for students that are looking to make a decision based on potential earnings. The next portion of this is the wages earned in top employing industries. This provides specific wage information for the industries that employ the most workers in the occupation. The following section is the wage comparison chart, which provides a visual representation comparing the median wage for the occupation with the median wage for all occupations. This comparison can help users understand how the pay for the occupation stacks up against the broader job market. And the final section is the work schedules, which provides information about typical working hours for the profession. The next section of the occupational profile is the job outlook section, which provides critical projections about the future of the given profession. Key elements covered in the job outlook section include any projected changes in employment levels and percentages, any factors that are affecting the job outlook. This includes a discussion of various factors that might influence projected employment changes. These factors could include industry growth or decline, technological advancements, shifts in demand for a product or service, demographic changes such as an aging population, and changes in business patterns or practices. This is followed by the employment growth rate comparison chart, which is a visual representation comparing projected employment growth rate for the occupation with the rate for all occupations. After this, you'll find the employment projections data table, which provides more detailed data about the projected employment changes for the occupation. This may include information about the current base year, as well as projected employment level. And the final section is a link to spreadsheet detailing employment by industry. If applicable, this link directs users to a spreadsheet that provides even more detailed information about projected employment changes for the occupation within different industries. The next section of the occupational profile is the state and area data section. This is a particularly useful section that provides crucial geographic information about employment opportunities, wages, and projections for the specific occupation. The important components in this section include links to employment, wages, and projection data for each state. These resources offer a more granular look at an occupation's prospects across different states and regions. This is followed by the Occupational Employment and Wage Statistics Program. This program provides annual employment and wage statistics for over 800 occupations at the national, state, and metropolitan area levels. After this, you'll find the Projections Central. Projections Central is a resource that offers state-level employment projections that are developed by labor market information or individual state employment projection offices. These projections can help users understand the future of employment trends for a particular occupation within their state and offer a way to drill down data from a national level. The final area of this is the Career One Stop. This resource includes occupational profiles with data by state and metro area. This is another way that you can drill down the national data. Users can access this information to explore job opportunities, wages, and employment projections to a more specific metropolitan area. The next section of the occupational profiles is the similar occupations section, which allows students to explore different careers that may have overlapping job duties, educational requirements, or even median pay. Key elements that are covered in the similar occupations section include occupations that have comparable job duties, typical education levels that are needed for entry across various jobs, median pay, and the criteria for selection of similar occupations. Similar occupations are chosen based on the work performed, and in some cases, the skills, education, or training that are needed to competently perform the work. This explains the rationale behind the section of similar occupations, ensuring the occupations listed are indeed relevant and comparable. The final section of the occupations profile is the More Info section, which serves as an additional resource for students seeking more detailed or specialized information about the career. There are three key elements covered in the More Info section. The first is the external associations, organizations, and government agencies. This is a list of organizations that provide career information relevant to the specific occupation. These could include professional associations, educational institutions, and government agencies that regulate or oversee the occupation. The second is links to ONET. ONET is a comprehensive online resource that provides detailed information about characteristics from different occupations and the workers who perform them. And the third are any career videos on the Summaries tab. Some occupational profiles include those career videos that are produced by Career One Stop. The videos often provide a brief overview of the occupation, typical duties, and entry-level education requirements. Next, let's talk about how we can employ this occupational handbook in class and how we can use these resources to help guide students on their journey to exploring the right career. So at this point, we're going to cover a couple of classroom activities which can be implemented while using the Occupational Outlook Handbook and all the resources that we've just talked about. The first is the career scavenger hunt. This is an interactive group activity designed to encourage collaborative learning and in-depth research in different careers. To conduct a career scavenger hunt, divide students into small groups and assign each group a list of specific careers or industries to research. The list can include diverse professions from various sectors to offer a broad perspective. Students can then navigate to the Handbook website to locate information about these careers. The hunt could involve finding specific details about each career, such as median pay, education requirements, and job outlook. To make this activity even more engaging, you could turn it into a competition, with the first team to accurately find all their assigned information declared the winners. This activity encourages students to explore the handbook in depth and familiarize themselves with the various types of information that's available to them. The next activity is called the career speed dating. This activity is modeled after the concept of speed dating, where students rotate partners quickly for brief interactions. In the context of career exploration, it serves as an effective and interactive method for students to research and share information about various occupations. First is the assignment of careers. Start by assigning each student a specific career from the Occupation Outlook Handbook. Ensure that the assigned careers are varied to expose students to a diverse range of professions. Their task is to research their assigned career using the Outlook Handbook. During the research and preparation phase, students will then delve into the handbook to gather key information on their assigned careers. They should be able to understand critical aspects, such as the nature of work involved with the career, education and training qualifications, any median pay that's available, the job outlook for the career over the next decade, and after completing their research, students should prepare a brief presentation summarizing their findings. Career speed dating once the students have prepared their presentations, organize them into pairs. Each student will take turns to present their career to their partner. You can set a specific time limit for each presentation. For example, 2 or 3 minutes. This is where the speed dating concept comes into play. After each time session, students will switch partners and present their career to their new partner. This rotation continues until each student has presented to and heard from multiple peers. The career speed dating activity encourages students to explore the handbook in depth, develop their presentation skills, and learn about various careers in a fun, interactive manner. The next activity is the Career Exploration Journal. This is an individual activity designed to foster in-depth exploration of various careers. The first step is a journal creation. Start by having students create a journal. This could be a physical notebook or a digital document, depending on the student's preferences and resources. The purpose of the journal is for students to document their findings from the Occupational Outlook Handbook and reflect on their thoughts and feelings about the careers that they explore. The next step is research and documentation. During this step, encourage students to research various careers in the Occupational Outlook Handbook and document their findings in their journals. They should note down key details such as the nature of work, education and training requirements, median pay, and any hazards or workplace norms that they should know. The next section is a reflection. After documenting their findings, students should reflect on their personal interests, skills, and values, and how these align with careers that they've explored. This reflection process could include questions such as, which aspects of this career do I find most appealing? What skills or interests of mine align with this career? How does the career requirement and job outlook influence my consideration of this career? The next step is regular updates. Encourage students to regularly update their journals as they explore more careers throughout the school year. The Career Exploration Journal not only helps students familiarize themselves with the wealth of information, but encourages them to perform a consistent thinking of their future career plans. Our next activity is a career path map. This activity encourages students to envision and map out a potential career path. The first step involves students selecting a career that they're interested in exploring. This could be a profession that they've considered pursuing or simply one they wish to know more about. During the research phase, students will delve into the Occupational Outlook Handbook to gather the information on their chosen career. Once they've collected education and training information, the progression of job titles, job outlooks, and any beneficial certifications or licenses information, they'll begin mapping the career path. This can be a visual diagram or a written plan that outlines the steps needed to progress in their chosen career. The map should start with the required entry-level education and training, and then outline the progression of job roles, including any necessary certifications or licenses at each stage. The next step is the reflection and discussion stage. Once students have completed their maps, they should be encouraged to reflect on their career path and share their findings with the class or in a small group. The career path map activity provides a structured approach for students to plan their long-term careers. The next activity is the role-playing interviews activity. And this exercise encourages students to choose a specific career and research its requirements. After they've researched the requirements, they will simulate a job interview for that role. This activity helps students develop a deeper understanding of the qualifications and skills required for their chosen career while enhancing their interview skills. The first step is to choose a specific career from the Occupational Outlook Handbook that they're interested in exploring or just want to know more about. Next is the research phase. Once they have selected a career, students should use the Occupational Outlook Handbook to research the skills, qualifications, and experience needed for the role. Once they've adequately prepared their research, they will prepare to do the interview. After completing their research, students should prepare for a simulated job interview. This includes drafting potential questions and formulating answers that highlight the specific skills, qualifications, and experiences required for the job. In the next stage, students will role play and pair up to form groups and conduct the interviews. One student will act as the interviewer, asking questions about the chosen career, and the other student will respond as the interviewee, incorporating their researched information into their answers. After the role playing, each participant should provide constructive feedback to their partner. This should also reflect on their own performance, identifying areas of strength and areas for improvement. The next activity is the compare and contrast activity. This activity requires students to research 2 different careers from the Occupational Outlook Handbook and create a detailed comparison between them. This comparison can be presented in various formats, such as a written report, visual chart or presentation, and should delve into aspects like job duties, work environment, and employment outlook. The first step is a career selection, in which a student is assigned 2 different careers from the Occupational Outlook Handbook. After that, they'll conduct detailed research on the job duties, work environment, and employment outlook. After their research is complete, students will analyze the information that they've gathered and identify similarities and differences between the 2 careers. They should aim to draw meaningful connections and distinctions that offer insight into each profession. This will be followed by a presentation or chart, which clearly outlines their findings. This could include a side-by-side comparison, pros and cons lists, or other format that effectively conveys their research. After this, students may present their findings to the class or in smaller groups, allowing for discussion of the careers and the similarities. The next activity is the career portfolio. The career portfolio activity encourages students to create a career portfolio, which is a collection of documents and materials that showcase their skills. The first step is selecting a career, followed by an in-depth research of all the careers facets in the occupational profile. Once students have identified relevant skills, experiences, and accomplishments, they'll begin creating the portfolio. This will include resumes, cover letters, certificates, and awards, work samples, references, or anything else that demonstrates their skills and qualification. Using the information gleaned from the Outlook Handbook, students should tailor their portfolios to match what employers in their chosen field are seeking. This could mean emphasizing certain skills, highlighting relevant experiences, or even acquiring new qualifications. By creating a career portfolio, students are not only preparing a crucial tool for their job search, but also expanding their deep understanding of their chosen career paths. Our final activity is the Industry Expert Panel. This is a fantastic activity in which teachers can invite industry experts to come speak to students. Start by identifying professionals from diverse industries who would be willing to participate in a panel discussion. Once the panelists are confirmed, provide students with information on the panelists' careers and industries. Students will use the handbook to conduct research on these careers prior to the presentation. As part of their research, students should prepare questions for the panelists, which include aspects of their career such as job duties, work environment, and required skills. On the day of the panel discussion, students will have the opportunity to engage directly with panelists. They will ask their prepared questions and can also follow up questions based on panelists' responses. After panel discussion, have students reflect on what they've learned. This could involve a group discussion, a written reflection, or even a follow-up assignment where they research more about the career that they're interested during the panel discussion. So I know today's presentation had quite a bit of information. I did want to, expand on all of the important aspects of the Outlook Handbook. I think it's a fantastic tool, not only for creating, these in-class assignments, but also for providing students with transparency. In the accompanying handbook, I do have all the links listed for where you can access the handbook, the applications for iPhone and Android, as well as some other data that are more state and metro area specific. Now we are running a little short on time, but I do want to give you guys a moment to ask any questions that you might have. Let's see, I'm going to look over the questions here. The first one is, what is the website to access the Occupational Handbook? That's a very good question. So the handbook can be accessed by going to the Bureau of Labor Statistics website and then searching for the Occupational Outlook Handbook. Additionally, the handbook that is attached to this presentation has all of the links for accessing the handbook directly, as well as any other resources. I'm going to mark that as answered. Excellent. So I do want to be respectful of everyone's time. I don't see any other questions here. So at this time, I'm going to kick it over to Ms. June Raw for some closing comments.
Alex, thank you so much. That information was very valuable to all of us. Thank you so much for your expertise. Before you leave us today, I'd like for you to take a minute to fill out this short survey. Your feedback is very important to us. While you do that, I want to remind you of our next webinar, which will take place on May 24th, Activity and Resources for Developing Reading Fluency. So we're going to keep the feedback slide up for a few seconds more. And with that, I just want to thank you so much, Alex, for all your expertise and all your research that you did on this valuable information. So enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for supporting IP Day and for being here with us today.